Good evening, Raider Nation. This is Raider Greg broadcasting from the Raider Nation podcast. Well, this evening I have some Raider news. We have some NFL buzz. What else do we have for you this evening? We got a couple players we're going to talk about. We have the first game of the season we're going to talk about, and that's primarily what I want to speak about. So let's get on with it, shall we? I want to welcome everyone here on this Memorial Weekend and wish everybody a happy and safe one. Okay, here's some big news out of Philadelphia, and I'm sure everyone has been following this that's in the NFL and wants to know anything that's going on in the NFL. Terrell Owens is not happy with his contract. Well, go figure. And it looks like his agent might be shopping for teams. And guess who's first in line? Of course, we all know Big Al Davis. Yes, Al is looking at Terrell Owens. I don't know how the heck we're going to pay for the guy. We're going to be, I think we have $56,000 only left on our cap. But there's a lot of preseason left. And we can see what happens. Who knows? If anybody can do it, Al Davis can do it. But I think we're in front of the line on that one. Let's see. Here's another story. Romo. We should call him Robo. Romanowski said that he was, he openly said he did steroids and enhancement drugs before they were detectable. Well, the guy was an animal. He was a great player, and how many of us loved him? My wife has his number stenciled on her jacket, for crying out loud. He was a great player. I enjoyed watching him wherever he played. He was always an interesting character. A little bit of an anger issue, however. He paid $400,000 to Williams. He busted his face. But he also paid $475,000 to a guy he had road rage all over somewhere. I don't know where that was, but that's quite a bit of money, Romo. You better settle down there, partner. Okay, let's go on. Okay, the IRS is after Big Al Davis. Yes, once again, the big story hit ESPN and the rest of the news. The media went crazy with it. There's another bump in the road here for Al. I think Al will get over it pretty quick. You've seen it come and go before. Raider fans, Al has had his hand caught in a cookie jar more than one time. I'm sure he'll get out of this one. A player profile I want to go over. Justin Fargas. We all know Justin. We've seen him play. We saw him play his first game. He's a kid out of USC. He's one of the most wild runners I've ever seen. I call him Spaz Man because he runs with his arms and legs flying out everywhere. That's probably why he gets injured so much. But he's an interesting guy to see. He's fun to watch. He's pretty productive when he gets in some open space. The kid really has some talent, too. He's quick. He's got good motion. I think he'll do well behind Lamont Jordan as the premier running back. He's going to be able to have some space. He'll be able to play in there without a lot of pressure on him. I think he'll do much better this year than last year, as long as he can keep healthy. He could be a premier runner. If he gains some weight, too, the kid's pretty small. He's pretty skinny. I think he's only like 200 or 210, maybe even less, 190. I was hoping he gained some more pounds last year, but he didn't. So, and watching him play, though, he's quite a character. You got to admit that this guy is he's fun to watch run. Anyways, we look for him making a team, of course, this year, and with the explosive passing game we have, that's another thing that'll open up our running game, and he's going to benefit a lot from that, and so will the rest of us here at Raider Nation. All right, let's get down to this now. I know you've all looked. When the schedule came out, I looked, and I went, what? Of course I did. I saw we were playing a Thursday night game, the opener, New England Patriots. Then I looked down, 2 games later, we play, of course, the Philadelphia Eagles, both contenders in the Super Bowl. Well, could the NFL have screwed us anymore? Well, either they screwed us or they gave us a golden opportunity. Now, I'd like to look at it like this, Raider fans. We have an opportunity to prove this year, this season, that the Oakland Raiders are the comeback team of the century. Now, I know you fans out there, some of you doubting it, but we've all said it before. This is very possible this year. And I'm going to go over some reasons. But let's concentrate here on the first game of the season. Now, can any of you guess why perhaps the Oakland Raiders got chosen to play the New England Patriots? Now, the buzz is that the Colts were supposed to play them, but Tony Dungy didn't like that, and they changed it to the Raiders. Now, that's kind of weird. But, hey, the Oakland Raiders, Al Davis, here's a franchise that the media knows can draw the crowd. Now, they know our team wasn't top-notch last season, but even the NFL is banking on Randy Moss and Lamont Jordan, our dynamic duo. You can believe that they've got enough confidence that this is going to be one heck of a game, and so do I. Let's look at it. As a Raider fan, you must be curious to find out, or at least think, how will our team do next season? I mean, we all have that in the back of our minds. That's what we're thinking about. We'd like to think that they go to the Super Bowl. Of course, we all do. Everybody does. But we got to look at reality. So what we start looking at, every time we hear on the news, a blip here, oh, look, we got Randy Moss. Everybody was like, all right, we got a chance to go somewhere. Absolutely. But where? How far will we go? How far can we go? Well, how are we going to measure that? What's the tangible? Here it is. Money. Money's the tangible, ladies and gentlemen. Money's always been the tangible in this world. You got to go to the bookies. Those are the guys who are going to tell you how many games the Raiders are going to win. And right now it looks like they're looking at, when we got Randy Moss, Lamont Jordan, the bookies in Vegas are saying it's 8-8. They say we're going to have a 50-50 split in the season. Well, you know what? You can put a lot of water in that bucket, folks, because those people, they're professionals, and they don't lose money very often. I'd like to think that we do a better job than 8-8, but 8-8 is what they're saying. And if you think about 8-8, and you look at the New England Patriots, ladies and gentlemen, Raider Nation, we have a 50-50 chance to pound the crap out of those guys. We have a 50-50 chance to win that game. That's right now. Anyways, just a thought, kind of throw that out there to you Raider fans, give you some, pump you up a little bit because, you know, we always need to get pumped up, and that's what I'm here for. I'm here to pump you up as a Raider fan because I love the Raiders, and if you're listening to my voice, then you, my friend, are a Raider lover, and you bleed silver and black just like I do. Now, why do you think the NFL decided to put the New England Patriots against the Oakland Raiders? It's perfect. It's like a fantasy. You have the good guys, the red, white, and blue, New England Patriot, America's team, playing the dark, the despised, the misfits, the Oakland Raiders. What a perfect match. Can you think of anything more perfect? This reminds me of the Steelers in the old days when the Raiders and Steelers were matched up together. Those were some excellent, excellent games. And, of course, all of our inner AFC West rival games are always terrific. The AFC West is no laughing matter. We got some tough teams in this division, which leads me to the Denver Broncos, the Kansas City Chiefs, and the San Diego Chargers. Our rivals. Now, I don't know about you, but ever since the snowball, I've hated the Patriots. I mean, I hate them with a passion. And when we beat them in the 2002 season, when we went to the Super Bowl, when they played at the Coliseum, that was a great game. That Revenge Bowl was the best game. Watching Brady run around like a little kid looking for a place to hide. It was the best game. And anybody who saw that and was there to see that game knows exactly what I'm talking about. Raider fans, that was a terrific moment for us. Anyways, at that moment, I started to hate the Patriots and hated them ever more as they got the, red, white, and blue, George Bush handshake. Give me a break. And, of course, the media, they adopted them as the media's child. And here we are, the Oakland Raiders. We don't need their crap. We don't need their media. We don't need it. We have our own. We have our own Raider Nation. We know exactly what our team's all about. And you know what? We don't need no announcers telling us how we got lucky and how if it wasn't for this or that, the Raiders would have lost. But we won. I love it. Don't you love it? You gotta love it. I love it as a fan when the media is wrong and we go out and blow them away. Unbelievable. Anyways, Oakland Raider fans, it's been a pleasure this evening. It's been a pleasure sharing a brief time with some Raider news. I'll be back soon with another broadcast on the Raider Nation iPod network. And we'll talk Raider business. There's a whole lot going to be happening here. It looks like Rich Gannon might be on the way out because he can leave now in June, so he'll be announcing his retirement here very shortly. There should be something coming up very soon about that. Anything else going on that's off the beaten track? Let's see. Other than Ronald Curry, that's right, Ron Curry got a contract signed. Thank goodness, because they needed to sign that guy. He got $2.3 million for 2-year extension, and he can make up to 3, I think, with incentives. So I'm glad we got the kid, and that's actually a great price. He's our number 3 wide receiver. We need to keep him because we all know the catch he made in Denver, and that was an awesome catch. Still see it on the sports channels today. So that was an awesome catch. We want to see some more of that. His Achilles heel has healed. He had a torn Achilles, if you remember, at the end of the season. So he's in great shape. He's feeling good. He's ready to play. I sense Raiders fans that the whole team's attitude this season, I'm getting a feeling of a positive attitude. It's a good thing to see. I think the team itself, in attitude alone, has gone up 100%. I believe that's where winners start, and I believe we're on the right track to a winning season. But you know what, Raider fans? Show up and show your Raiders your support. Get to the Coliseum. You got to get there. You got to take a plane, you got to take a boat, you got to take a train, but you got to make it to the Mecca, the Coliseum, the Oakland Coliseum, and see the tailgate, the best tailgate in the nation, with no doubt. There's no doubt. The best in the NFL. Raider fans, the best fans in the National Football League. There are 31 teams in the National Football League, and then there are the Oakland Raiders. Thank you all for listening. Have a wonderful weekend. Good night now.